Hi everybody, it's so good to be back with you and spend a little bit of time with you. It's been very busy around this holler for the last couple of weeks, and I know it's probably been busy for y'all too, but I wanted to get back with you and just visit with you for a little bit. I'm doing a voiceover because we still have a house full of people and a lot going on, but we got a little bit of life, a little bit of journey to share with you. So stay with us. We're going to be sharing a special recipe, taking down the Christmas decorations, and talking to Paul about his retirement. What do y'all think about Paul's retirement? You think he's taking it good? You think he's happy? I think he's really going to enjoy it. So far, he's still been really busy though. You know Miss Lori's going to keep him busy. So y'all stick around and join us. So I want to share with y'all a gift that was sent to me and Mr. Brown from Ann and Gilbert. And I can't say these names right. Connemara Kitchen, the Kitchenware Collection. And these are so sweet. It's got the little clovers on there, and of course one of my favorite colors is green too. But it's got the real Irish soda bread recipe on here. And we're going to make this recipe. So I want to show the back to you. This did come from Ireland. It says, laughter is brightest where food is best. Old Irish proverb. The Irish kitchen is the heart of every Irish home, a place where friends and family traditionally gather to chat, share problems, and laugh by the warmth of the cooking pots. And that's the same here too in Arkansas and so many other places. It says it's designed in Ireland for J.C. Walsh and Sons, Dublin, Ireland. Now I want to read the letter that come with it. It's so sweet. It says, Dear Miss Lori, Mr. Brown, enclosed is a souvenir from Ireland. We are originally from Northern Ireland, but immigrated to Canada in 1980. We are now retired. We came across your YouTube channel 2 years ago and followed it ever since. Enclosed is from our trip to visit our Ireland family, October of 23. We thought of you when we saw this. Our ancestral home is Northern Ireland. In Northern Ireland is, and I cannot pronounce that, Carrickfergus, and I don't want to mess it up, which is the ancestral home of President Andrew Jackson. God bless you and your family, and congratulations on your new grandbaby. So, isn't that sweet? They thought of us on their trip to Ireland and brought this back to us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make real Irish soda bread. Thank you, Annie Gilbert, so much. Okay, in our bowl here we've got 4 cups of just all-purpose flour. And it calls for 4 tablespoons of just plain white granulated sugar. You're going to need 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And a teaspoon of baking soda. This recipe kind of reminds me of making biscuits, except I don't put baking soda in my biscuit recipe. You're going to put a half a teaspoon of salt and just stir all your dry ingredients real good. And if you wanted to, you could have sifted all that together, but my flour was already sifted. And this is one of the easiest breads that you can throw together and have on the table pretty quick. Now we're going to need some fat for this recipe. So the recipe calls for a half a cup of margarine, but I'm using butter, softened butter. I didn't melt it, it's just at room temperature. And I'm just going to mix this up really good till it comes together, just like you're making biscuits. Just work that butter into your flour. I don't know, this recipe reminds me of what they call peasant bread too, but I'm not real sure on that. You just want to make sure you just work that in really good. I've got my oven heated to 375. Now that we got the butter all worked into that flour, I have got a whole cup of buttermilk. And I'll be using whole fat cultured buttermilk. And I've got 1 egg. And that's all your ingredients. And you're just going to gather all this up just like if you're making biscuits or bread, either one. You can add a lot of different ingredients to this too. You could add dill, you could add dried cranberries, you could add some rosemary, things like that to your bread. You just want to gather it up in your bowl, or you could put this out on a floured countertop. I'm just going to work mine in my bowl. Keep my mess inside my bowl instead of having a whole mess to clean up. It'll all come together. So I'm just going to knead this for a couple of minutes, but you can see how the dough come together. This is not a yeast bread, so there's no rising or nothing like that. But anytime I make soda bread or even biscuits, I'll let them sit and just rest a little bit. Let the dough rest a little bit before I bake it. So we're just going to form it into a ball. And it should take anywhere from 35 to 45 minutes. In most ovens, convection ovens, in my oven, it's going to probably take about 30 minutes for it to cook through and through. You just need to check it. Sometimes if I'm not sure if my bread is all the way done in the middle, and usually I can tell, I'll just stick a thermometer in it and check the temp. I think I'll put this on either a cookie sheet or I may put it on my little flat iron, cast iron skillet. But we're just going to cover it up and we're going to let it rest for about 10 minutes before we put it in the oven. Okay, I've got it here. I decided to go ahead and put it on my flat cast iron skillet. And I let it rest for just a little bit. I'm just going to cut a crisscross in it. Kind of like you'd do if you was making sourdough. It's a really dense bread. Okay, 375. We'll check and see how long it took for it to bake in my oven. Here it is, y'all. Isn't that pretty? That is a pretty little loaf of soda bread. I want to thank Ann and Gilbert for sending this to me. It's so sweet. And the recipe turned out really good. And I hope y'all try it. If you've never made soda bread, you need to try it. The kids are going to enjoy it. So after all the cooking and baking and eating, fellowship with the family, filling our bellies, having fun, discussing world problems, taking turns holding a new baby. And we all took our turn and got the sweet smell of that sweet baby. Cousins playing, making memories, having fun. It's a day all put into one that you worked so hard for so long. Full bellies, pizza bread, and Paul's stories. It all comes to an end. Well, I'm not trying to be bah humbug, but I am ready. I was so ready to get some of my Christmas stuff put up and put away for till next year, I guess. I think after a while, once you put it up, especially when you live in a small house, it just gets a little overwhelming. So the kids and the grandkids got to enjoy it, but it's time to get everything put up, get things dusted and cleaned up and put away. Always a lot to do. Paul don't know that I've got the camera on. He's going to stand there and talk to me for a minute, and I'm going to say, you're standing in front of the camera. He's like, I don't know it. I didn't know it was on. So I just gathered up some boxes. I can tell you this year has been such a busy year that I didn't even go out to the storage building and drag out all my Christmas decorations. I had bought a few new ones, and that's pretty much what I put out this year. So I don't have really a whole lot to put up. So I just gathered up some boxes that were in the shop and start putting my few things up. Usually I don't put my Christmas tree up till after the first of the year. Now this right here, these are, if y'all remember me making the little gingerbread cookies, ginger cookies is what it was, old-fashioned ginger drop cookies. I made those Christmas trees in a gingerbread man. Well, I dried them, and I put them in my little decoration here. This is what I'm taking out is what they call pot fillers, and you get these on Etsy, and they're shaped in little candies. You can get all kinds of little pot fillers. But I threw these in there too because when I dried them, they got pretty hard, but they'll end up molding, so I'll have to throw them away. And this is my fruit that I always take out at Christmas time. It's fake fruit that I had bought at Hobby Lobby, and I love the way it looks because it looks real. It's little oranges, little tangerines, and then I think those are supposed to be either pears. It could be green apples, but I think they're just some kind of a pear. But they look pretty when you put them in a bowl. Maybe put a few lights in there. I didn't do that this year. I usually gather up some of the little bitty lights and put them in my bowl or my colander, and then put my fake fruit in there and whatever else I want to put in there, my little gingerbread or whatever. And I think I'll just keep this out. But this is my old gray enamel colander. When I'm not using it at Christmas time, I'll hang it back up. But I'm going to throw these away because they will. You can't save them because I didn't shellac them or anything. I'll just have to make more next year. And I'm thinking about just keeping Frosty the Snowman out till probably through February because, you know, snowmen don't have to be just about Christmas. It's about winter time. It's about snow. And I just love him. I got him off Etsy too. It's so cute. I'm going to put up my Christmas placemats. Now I've done washed my placemats once, and I even took my tablecloth off and washed it and then put it back on. So I'm just going to put it all up till next year. My placemats, my red placemats I got at a flea market actually. My tablecloth, I couldn't find the right tablecloth for my table. But I ended up getting this one at Home Goods. It's a really good, thick, good material. It washes really good too. I had washed it twice, and the second time I even hung it out on the clothesline, and it done real good. But yeah, I'm going to keep my snowman out. I'm not going to put it up. Try to keep my I think I will. I think I'll keep my table runner out because it's got real pretty colors that matches all my primitive decor. Did Levi go hunting?
Yeah.
So what I want to do is I want to get my spray bottle out, and I'll clean and disinfect the top of my table. It's really cloudy today, so there's not enough really good natural light coming in. I just love this runner. I got this off of, I'm pretty sure it was eBay. It's either Etsy or eBay. I can't remember. So I'm using an antibacterial spray called, the name of it's Method, and I get it at Menards. And I really do love this stuff. I just use it on everything. Either use it or I use my own homemade disinfectant. This old table of mine is just, top of it's kind of scratched up, and you can tell it's been used. But it'll still last me quite a while. Really and truly, I probably put way too much stuff on my table. I'm always having to gather it up and clean the table and put it all back, but I do love it, so. I hope y'all all had a very Merry Christmas. Enjoyed your family, the food. And now it's time to clean it up and put it away. And start a new year. I'm not one to make New Year's resolutions. Pretty much I live one day at a time. Always good to make plans. But usually I don't stick to them, so. I like to decorate so much. I love my table to look decorated. And I'm really into the primitive decor, so I like to use things that you can, for different levels that you can, so things, you know, if you put them on different levels, you'll be able to see each thing that you've put out. The little table stools, the little my crock, that's a very old crock I got at a flea market. My poinsettias, I hope I can keep them alive for a while. I'm going to go ahead and put my primitive snowman back so I can enjoy him a couple more months anyways before I have to put him away. I just need to find some little flowers or something. I found I got a little bottle with some little, looks like wildflowers in there. We're just going to set them on there to finish it off. And that looks good.
Yeah. But you're eating a lot of candy.
Paul's helping me today. He's helping me do the dishes. He also cooked breakfast this morning. He cooked, the boys have been had some squirrel. So he fried it up, fried them some squirrel that we had. And let's see, we had some leftover deer meat that we had left over from Christmas breakfast. We had sliced up quite a bit of deer steak and had some left over. So he cooked them some more deer steak, fried up some squirrel. We had some ham left that he heated up. And I think I ended up just making some toast and butter. They like toast and butter. And then he made some scrambled eggs. So the grandkids got another big breakfast. And I'm walking around cleaning up messes. When you got a bunch of kids, you got messes. And I also got a pot of beans on the stove. We have ate so much that I thought, you know what? Pot of beans sounds good with some cornbread. So that's what we're having for supper tonight is beans and cornbread.
Paul hugged you and her.
And there's Avery Joe. So I'm finished trying to put some of this stuff up. A little gnome my daughter got me. I'll get him out next year. I've got so much Christmas decorations that I've got to start going through them and either giving them away or, I don't know, selling them. Maybe somebody might want it. I don't put it out as much as I used to. I guess because I know that I got to put it all back up. This right here is the tablecloth that I took off the table. I wanted to show y'all up close how pretty material is. And it's got the little Christmas trees on it. And like I said, I got this at Home Goods. I think it was about $10, $11. Now it's time to clean up the mantle. Get things taken down off here. Put my Santa Claus and reindeer picture up. In this picture, you can see Santa's pointing up. He's pointing up there saying, now look here, this is where we got to go. We got to go up in the air. I love that picture. Used to, I put a big Christmas village scene out on my mantle, and I haven't done it in the last couple of years. I need to give that Christmas village to somebody. Because I don't put all that stuff out anymore. I've got all this dried lavender that come from my garden. And it's been hanging there drying, and I need to get it all put up too. It's been hanging there and it's dried really good. So I need to get it down, put up. Now we are going to get this little tree put up. This little tree I put out here in the sunroom. And I also have another little tree that's in another area of the house. Isn't that cute? Looks like it's a little cookie sheet with snowman or gingerbread cookies on it. I think I got that at Walmart. I'm going to show y'all some of the handmade Christmas ornaments. This Christmas tree is made out of an old quilt and a button.
1 second, that's when I shoot.
Then we got these pretty little hearts, just made out of material, probably a tablecloth and a button. I've got so many ornaments, and they're all put away right now. This is just your little ball that's wrapped in pretty material. Makes it look more primitive. And I've got this little deer. These remind me of my grandma's tree. They look vintage. She had little white deer like this hanging on her tree. And when I seen those, I had to get some. And I'm pretty sure I might have got them at the dollar store. This right here, I got these at Walmart. It's got the little smiley snowman face on it.
Did it all get out? No. Did you eat any of it? Is it not still sitting there?
So we got everything off except for, I wanted to show y'all my angel. I got that at Walmart. And the pretty berries, little berries. That was at the top of the tree. So, Paul, how's retirement treating you?
Good.
Are you getting any rest yet?
No. Yeah, a little. I still wake up 4:30 every morning.
We have been so busy since right before Christmas. We ain't stopped, have we?
No. No stopping. Kind of cool out here today.
So tell everybody how you feel. How do you feel about retirement so far?
Well, I guess it really hadn't soaked in because you ain't went back to work yet.
No.
When I have to get that switch and get you to go to work,
And you'll probably have to.
I don't know yet. I think I'm going to enjoy it though.
You ain't sad though.
No. I ain't sad. It'll be a change for me, but it's all I ever done is got up and go to work.
Well, the weather's changed today, isn't it?
Yeah, the wind's getting up, cloudy. I think they're supposed to have maybe some snow in the western part of the state, maybe. Flurry or two.
Really?
Tonight, maybe. I don't know. There was a chance.
I remember last year I just begged and begged and begged for snow, and it was snow west of us, and just wouldn't come this far very much, would it?
No. It don't look like it's going to this winter either. It needs to get a lot of bad weather up north. Not that I want people to have bad weather, but we have no ducks, and I'm really wanting a duck.
Yeah, there's
I'm really
no
wanting a
ducks.
duck hunt, and we just haven't got no ducks. We don't have much water either, but
Well, that's the truth.
I've got all ready and bought a new gun, and I got all ready to go, but I've got to go one time and then get to kill a duck yet.
But you loved it still, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I did. Had a good time.
I was going to show them. Campers put up for the winter. Looks sad, don't it? Makes me sad. But winter will be gone before you know it. We'll be back. We'll be back on the river and the lakes.
Yeah.
So what are you doing today?
Fighting these old leaves. I've put it off and I've put it off. I've kept them blowed away from the house for fire hazard, but I've got to get them out, get them pushed up, or get them burned or something.
That's the only bad part of living right in the middle of the woods, ain't it?
The only bad part.
A lot of work.
I don't know that it's a bad part, but maybe I'll have more time to do it now.
Yeah. And we use a lot of them leaves to make
Mulch.
some good compost
soil.
mulch, yes.
Yeah.
Because it breaks down really, really good. So we get plenty of that.
It just takes a big mountain to make much. But,
It does. Well, we got it here,
but
that's
it's
for
good.
sure.
It's good when it makes, that's for sure.
Well, enjoy your retirement, Paul. We still got grandkids here. We're still cooking and a gomming and a messing.
Oh my goodness, we got a 14-year-old here that eats like I used to eat.
Oh man, them were the days when I was feeding a house full of
They've
kids.
been having fun. They've been squirrel hunting
Yeah.
and helping out a little.
I'll let you go back to work, retired man.
Okay, supposed to have a lot of rock coming.
Yeah, we got a load of rock. Now, what is this? What are we going to do with this rock? What kind of rock is it? I guess I can get out here and show them when it gets here.
Well, I don't know. I just kind of seen it while it was still in the ground. But it's flat rock. It's
Will it be something we might?
if you get to build your outdoor fireplace someday, it might be used for that.
Hey, yeah, we'll check this out when it gets here. Well, thanks for hanging with us. We're so glad you stopped by to see us and hanging out with us. We've been really busy. Been a busy holiday. But we'll be back. We'll be back in a few days. Y'all have a beautiful rest of the week. Take it easy, rest a little bit, recuperate from everything. Give a lot of thanks to the good Lord for everything that we've got, how blessed we are. Wind down a little bit. Get ready for the new year, 2024. It'll take me a while to get used to writing that down. So y'all have a good rest of the week. Be safe. We love y'all. God bless.